My never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them yopo.
Memo bi biara kwaba eba PENDREAM TV. So we are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, bell the notification na share ma afoforo ensa enka bi comment section ho na wode wadwentre aba. Na phone call bi happen between Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo and Afenso no Ken Ofori Atta. Na ene me bisa said entina Ken Ofori Atta enim said there will come a time ice every detention no eniti ena o place esa phone call yi ana na phone call by ena a call so between Ken Ofori Atta and Afenso and Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo. Now this was a phone caller. Ken Ofori Atta a place here to Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo o pleadi Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo said on sending this word of caution to MPP Amanyoko say mon rally and I said mon united na mon win power in coming 2028 na oye aka akwantiumu and then I bisa said they Ken Ofori Atta know say what has happened today will happen to him and now yenti a some entry from Dr. Ren or my leaked information and Afenso leaked details. So what here and some now they were doing about comment section no I know subscribe to channel no we sana the video to my YouTube ebo nkaya na when you be at here I know share ama afofron so and sa can be comment na we remember comment section no ma ehonte yenti Dr. Ren leaked information or the atoja about Ken Ofori Atta detention by ICE.
Ken Ofori Atta mentan Akufo-Addo mentan JB Dankwafo omu nyina ye Ghana fo ba mamenka no kore ne kyerɛw se ye pese o man ne kɔ nanim a that family no we should not let them get closer to power o ma dwene no ena e wo makoma mu no e different wo mo de no they always come to fulfill scriptures. John 10:10 the thief cometh not only to steal o mo ma so mbe wia nko awo na mo sa ba so mba be sey no ma sa ekum nipa womo ye Ghanaian indigenous business people. Remember, womo ankasa nipa ebe kan say womo bae no Magdan or so mo bae no mugugu Ghanaian businesses. This is coming from Magdan. And I would say Magdan were private jet. The private jet as some were home. The private jet, you know. The private jet no belong to certain person. Bia ebe do Ghana no. Certain things has to exchange hands. And the Baye Magdan dia. Who was that person? Is it Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo? These are questions I move we want to prove further. Because yes, we in Sembia yenim. Oh yes. Now, Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo no te Ghana no. Onim clearly. And I'll tell MPP something here. And watch me and listen to me very carefully. You see, let me tell you one thing. I did a video quite recently. Muhu say Akufo-Addo or invite MPP presidential candidates ni na mo pe flag bearership no or mo pe so muli di MPP or ye meeting bi no frɛ mu nyina onim di intra. Ken Ofori Atta plays the call to Akufo-Addo and he told Akufo-Addo, I am instructing you to call the MPP flag bearers and tell them that they have to unite and make sure that come 2028 they will win power because meye aka akwantuom. And I need to come to Ghana. I need the sunshine. I don't need to be in this cold weather. I need to live in the country Ghana. I am not the only person that I have to be sacrificed. So Ken Ofori Atta told Akufo-Addo say, put MPP together to ensure, say, come 2028, they will win power so I can come back home. He knows, say, Obeda prison. First one, Yamane Koye, that was 1999. Our person was signed a baby. Our baby, we dwane sako 1999. Omu dwane koye. In fact, omu dwane from 1998. Mu onu dwane. When MPP gained one power, they came back. The same thing in 2008 when they lost power, they left the shores of Ghana. Akufo-Addo ran and came here to United Kingdom to stay here. It took the lives of a friend, a friend is Sir John. And I remember I interviewed Sir John here in London. And Sir John told me, I say, me call Ghana, me the Akufo-Addo na eko, what he wheelchair mukra me be call Ghana. And in fact, when he went to Ghana too, he was granted interview and he said, me ba you can be my myself for Akufo-Addo about what he wheelchair mukra me be ba. I am trying to let you people understand that these people, you know, whenever they get the chance to get power, what they do, they say they go after our natural resources. Because you see, They believe in their heart of heart. They believe that when it comes to the country Ghana, they deserve to lead the nation. They see themselves as the so-called supreme of Ghana. To them, they believe that they are the wisest people who came from the family of Ken Oforiata, the first. Sir Oforiata, I didn't buy UK, I be in the night of British Empire. To them, they believe. Because when Takrady Habo, commission, it was Sir Ofori Atta, and the then a governor, and will be a Takrady Habo. To them, they think, say, on my Ghana, no, the independence, na ye J, and a yomun and namomoso, which is a big fallacy, which is, false, which is untruth. Because my grandfather, a friend is a Grant, who hails from Axim. Ne miankasa me nana ba ko no so free elembele enkrofo ye Kwame Nkrumah na mo munyansa ne omunim de so and ye bedum pempen so ye g the independence of Ghana no. I am not saying said it is only these two men. Of course, the likes of a friend is Jacob Sensei, the likes of a friend is Professor Kwejiri Agri, John Mensah Munyina, people have play one more part. But when it came to the creme de la creme, to fight and gain independence, it was when Nkrumah came and said, no, we are going to use the positive action defiance, to tell the British, say, free, my Ghana, the black man, and capable of running his day-to-day activities. In fact, the lives of Ken Oforiata's family never believed in the independence of Ghana. The JB Dankwa never believed in the independence of Ghana. Akufo-Addo's family never ever believed in the independence of Ghana. Gabi was born in the UK. How did it happen? Say, UK. This is the story. After independence in 1957, 6 March, Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's family, the JB Dankwa's family, the Oforiata's family, they came to United Kingdom to seek for political asylum. Now, remember, Akufo-Addo's name was William Ekufu. He was never called Addo. His name was William Ekufu. When he came to UK, somewhere in August, September, October in 1957, that was when they had to what? Make changes to his name. The JB Dankwa. The reason is simple. The JB Dankwa was a fit column. The army or people who have, military men who understand this terminology. The fit column means that he is in Ghana, but he feeds on the good information. Send the information to the white supremacist about your next move. Example is what happened to the Maduro man. And they free Venezuela, one will ask, say, how come, say, Fidel Castro was not arrested, or with all the many attempts to overthrow him, he was never arrested because Castro built human beings in Cuba. Castro built the country Cuba, and he built the human resources. Maduro never built people. He built himself and his family. And in Temreni and it was his bodyguards, and the and they be found called and they call USA and they were that detention. It's the same thing with this family called JB Dankwa JB Dankwa Ken Oforiata, the Akufo-Addo's family. These are the people that they don't know shady. They are the people who got the best form of opportunity. They got the best form of opportunity because woman anano and your friend Sir Oforiata was a smart man. When they Bruni STD, the mindset of Akwesi Bruni. And through that, you sue or known as smartness, which was a smartness to help the people of Ghana, but also to ensure, say, obey a good year any man for no Akwesi Bruni. So he got favors from Akwesi Bruni, and that is why they handpicked him and brought him to United Kingdom and knighted him as a knight of British Empire, and they started calling him Sir Oforiata, Sir Oforiata. Don't make any mistake. He ensured they send the money because school, Papa. And in fact, they had the opportunity. He had about over 40 children or Sherman and Kwadanico school. And so they took advantage. And those days, many papa were never from. And this family took advantage. Now you see, anytime we allow this family to get closer to the coffers of our nation, they steal and they run away. And then they invest the money. And then they bring back their grandchildren to come and dictate for the nation Ghana. I was not born when Nkrumah was building Ghana. I was nowhere. I was not there. But in 1966, when men took for granted the greater things Nkrumah was doing, Nkrumah was overthrown. Today, we have seen a change of government. Men are taking it for granted. I have seen men taking it for granted. I have seen men trying to listen to the MPP, the so-called Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition, and taking it for granted the gains that we have achieved in this short time under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Let me send this word of caution to every Ghanaian. It happened in 1966 when Nkrumah was building the Akosombo Dam, when Nkrumah was building the motorway when there was no motorway in the United Kingdom. In fact, it is today that they have edited their history, and then now they claim that the so-called bypass that they had was a motorway and not a bypass. And they call Baba Kwasim no because they built the motorway before 5 years later Ghana built the motorway, which is a lie. Now, now the thing I'm better who Ghana in I have told you I don't hate the family, but I've told you to say yenye busuana yenyina ye won ofie mu no efie bia ye say mensa wom, but mensa no wom we should not allow mensa no to get chance to have the ebusuano ejapade no, the possession of the family no emia mfa nhye mensa nensa, because ye the hye mensa nensa mensa ne be say ebusuano. And that is the reason why I'm pempi, yet when my Ghana no share the Ofori, the Nana-Addo, the JB Dankwa, we go back. Because these are people who were born and spoiled. They spoiled them. And to them, they have not come to the realization to understand the times to have a change or renewing of mind. Now, and I'm saying they don't have the renewing of mind. They walk with bitterness in their heart. What you say? They walk with what? Bitterness. This is the gospel truth. And they hate Ghana to the core. They don't respect you, Nipatuntu. I remember in 2008 when John Mahama and Atta won election. And I remember we visited the Leȧked Ofori in his home. Okoton Krama Miyunu. And were two Omudin Atta and John Mahama. I have said it somewhere before. The fear, the Kramaya never no pudel, you Kai cry, a Gabi cry, you sue the terminology, Sir Tamils is a pudel. To Jerry John Rollins, Mobekai maybe. No more on Kramaya, and then Kramaya what to Omudin? Forgive me saying it, but that is the truth, that is the gospel truth. Or Tobakudin, John Mahama, and what Tobakudin Atta. The people don't respect Ghanaians. You see, almost all the evil tactics of politics. They have read all the evil tactics of politics. And whenever they get the chance, because it's a woman mindset is wired into that ideology to harm Ghanaians in Tino, anytime they get the chance, they destroy the nation Ghana. So clearly, this is the people we are dealing with. They will steal from us and they will run away. And they will never come to account for their stewardship. I am only telling you, as a nation. This is YouTube, this is Facebook. It will be here till eternity. The day the children, our sons and daughters will come. You hear the name JB Dankwa. You hear the name Ofori. You hear the name of a friend is Nana-Addo. Ask. Inquire. If these people are coming from the lineage of Sir Ofori, I am warning you. Don't give them the chance and the opportunity to get closer to power. They will steal us, they will destroy the nation, and they will run away. And today, thanks to our team in the USA, who were smart to inform ICE that Ofori Tankra Taiwo, and thanks to the United States of America, ICE, team, so almost called picking up, and when you feel Minnesota. It's simple. The message is clear. Yemubino, yayedi ebetimiaye. It's now the time for the Ghana ambassador in the United States of America, Victor Smith, to also act accordingly and ensure that ICE will deport Ofori to Ghana. Now, It is very, very simple. Kudos to Okujeto Ablakwa. And Okujeto Ablakwa did something. And he has nothing to do with Chiachi Kenoforiata. But I'm saying, say, kudos to him because it's simple. Emira obeye Ghana's ambassador, as Ghana's foreign affairs minister. And what Tunkrama MPP phone na omukra diplomatic passport. Ne say, omonfa womo passport embra. In fact, he wrote to every person that okra Ghana's diplomatic passport. Within 1 week, they disrespected the writings, and he was smart. And making sure say or cancel all the diplomatic passport. It can offer diplomatic passport now Ukraine. Because he said you cancel nintino na odi tukwaya na ofesi challenges. Na odi tukwaya na nyi. And inti we use the Ghana passport no use the diplomatic passport na diplomatic no emfa. We thank Okujeto Ablakwa thinking smart and acting smart. I know people will say, oh, I didn't know, yes, sir. And you know, this is what we have to understand. Now, Edinaba Detention Center, the lawyers, actual letter 10 Eddie Akoma America, ICE, and a year American paying for say, Eddie Kenufra Tabagana. Ye be ne bone na wo ye oyarefo na woni ahwodene na ABCD ensem ne de bebre krata tentente wo mun krata ni nyina no enya no correct. They are only trying to prevent Kenufriata from coming to Ghana to face a accountability. This is a man who once upon a time was a quotation master, always quoting the Bible. If he has nothing wrong, or if he has done nothing wrong, why is he running away from accountability? I am a Christian. I believe in the Bible. If you're a Muslim, I respect your religion. If you're a traditionalist, I respect your whatever your belief is, I respect it. I believe through Jesus Christ. Now, in my belief, I am told that a day of accountability. Ken Oforiata always quotes the Bible. So surely he believed in a day of accountability. But how come that the day of accountability aba wedwane akwakwashe America ompeso obeba? These are the people who told us that they have built Ghana. These are the men who told us that Ghana is far better than the United Kingdom. So why is it that today they are running away from the country that they built in just 1 year? Why are they running away? Which means that when they were in power and they were telling us to say, we have built Ghana, we have done this, we have done that, it was nothing but full of lies and deceit. If you have built Ghana, why run away? Why leave the shores of Ghana? So please, if they believe that ICE is ensuring say people should not come to America illegally, Americans should also support the nation Ghana to fight against people who are ministers, who are foreign diplomats, who when they get the chance, use the chance now to steal from the poor people. In the letter the ama ICE. You know what I say? Your team, the America, actual letter the ama ICE. That if ICE believe of fighting illegal migrant, they should not spare Ken Oforiata. Because Ken Oforiata was a finance minister who must account for his stewardship. And because of his bad governance and his bad leadership and bad finance minister, a lot of Ghanaian people went and left Ghana and then went to exile, seeking for a greener pasture. In actual ICE. It is best Ghana for Muslim bruchly. You do the day. You fix the country demonstration across Europe and America and UK and Ghana. And I was very, very instrumental. In fact, freedom fighters and face the country. I have always been among the founders. They fix the country by. In fact, fix the country was supposed to come in 2020. And Oliver Barker said no after election. we have to also demonstrate. Because yen konko berenko chinko fono on site. Ya chicken oforiata na womonso ena musuma se yen jai womo debi. You should come home and face the law. As simple as ABCD. Or you don't agree. If you agree, let me know. Because this is the time that we build our nation. Every country is building their country. It is time for us to build our country. If America believes in accountability, Ghanaians, we should let them understand that they should allow Ken Ofori-Atta to come to Ghana and account for his stewardship. John Mahama wendrani anko bebia. His finance minister said tekwe wendrani anko bebia. They lived in the country Ghana and they made sure that they accounted for their stewardship. So why is Ken Ofori-Atta running away? Why is the MPP supporting Ken Ofori-Atta to run away? Why is a Kufuado or to crime by UK and saying, and I told you guys, I don't know so Ken Ofori-Atta. This is the good news. This is the happy news. They hate me, baby, Edia Bisin, Ebenezer, they beat me, in TCC, Ghana for, and Semno, and Nana-Addo. We'll be following. The team in USA will also let us know. The baby akwa kusi. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum salam. I've told you, Ken Ofori-Atta will come to account for his stewardship by hook or by crook, or peu, on peu, or beba. Edamunyina amas, nyamiya adomwa, and semnefo froba near tibia. I've told you this year, my show is called The Solution Show. I am looking for people to come on board so that we can discuss solutions to solve the problems of Ghana. How come we have gold, but men who sit on gold does not understand the usages of gold? We have bauxite, lithium, manganese. It is time for us to brainstorm, to add value to our natural resources, and also to add value to our human resources, so that the Ghanaian child one day will stand up and also compete with the world, so that when he holds his passport and somebody also holds the American passport or British passport, he will not feel inferior because he has a Ghanaian passport, but rather he also feels superior that his passport that is holding at the Enimonyam Shabrano and Monyam Shenin, unless we build our country, unless we build our hospitals, unless we build our roads, unless we build our bridges, unless we create jobs for the youth, unless we create jobs for our sisters, our brothers to also get good jobs to do, so that at least they will not feel inferior. This has always been our call. Thank you, Ghana, and God bless us all. We are all involved in building Ghana. Thank you, and take good care of yourselves. Sorry, no, no. Ne lawyer no chiri say Ken Ofori-Atta no oyare prostate cancer, and ye fly no call Minnesota Mayo Clinic so onkosa no ho yare. And wo mu chiri mu say Mr. Ofori-Atta has been receiving treatment and undergoing monitoring in the US for several weeks ahead of the operation, sources close to the family said. Now, according to the lawyers, no background of the mind, he had also been managing a post-COVID multi-system inflammatory response syndrome, initially diagnosed in February 2021. No, remember Ken Ofori-Atta. Ebedu mrebi ma yeka chere say ejuma na wo ye no wonja ejuma no. Ken Ofori-Atta still insisted and told Ghanaians say ne ho oyare kra no because of the love for mother Ghana and Tino ontimi njaye adwuma obekoso aye adwuma. This is what Ken Ofori-Atta ka kire Ghana for. So the good news ni mebe church mu na mamwo hunu entro no Ken Ofori-Atta etwa no na entro no has to come to an end. And the intro no ewie ye ne say ice achi no omo detain no na me kire o de entia ice achi Ken Ofori-Atta. Metro the kudientia ice achi Ken Ofori-Atta. Now, see, Mr. Ofori-Atta had to go has been managing a post-COVID multi-system inflammatory response syndrome. Initially diagnosed in February 2021, a condition that has required ongoing medical oversight. Now, Metwa, so say, Mr. Ofori has served as Ghana's finance minister from 2017 to 2023, playing a key role in the country's economic management during a turbulent period that included the COVID-19 pandemic and negotiations with the International Monetary Funds. Now, story when me read here free Asasi Radio. Remember, Asasi Radio belongs to Gabi Asare-Ochedako. Remember, Gabi Asare-Ochedako is a cousin to Ken Ofori. Gabi Asare-Ochedako is also a cousin to Nana-Addo Ekufu-Addo. So what the newspaper is trying to do, they say, they want to paint it into the international media, say Ken Ofori is somebody or credible, a hard-working man, somebody who really even did well for Ghana as Ghana's finance minister. So they are painting the dark horse, no, as white as snow. It is some ye bibiana a portray what the Ghanaian media na say e de America for ne eyes say Ken Ofori ne ho son ne ho kronkron. This is what they are doing. Me chire mu achire, but me so me chire me de me so me factor me wo e wo enkomo we ho me chire. Now owie no say we play a key role in the country's economic management during a turbulent period that included the COVID-19 pandemic and negotiations with the International Monetary Fund. We all know, Ken Ofori told Ghanaians, we are not going to IMF. And we'll call IMF. The paper or the story from Asasi Radio wants to mislead the general public. They want to mislead the public out there. What you say? Now, remember eyes for Nehuno. Because Yemubino, yesterday I was informed when he was picked up. I've told you, say, Ken Ofori no ope I saw about Ghana to account for his stewardship. Now, according to Womu Asasi Radio, say, Mr. Ofori served as Ghana's finance minister and we will see in November 2025, the Office of the Special Prosecutor charged him and others with corruption and corruption-related offenses. The trial is at a case management conference stage. It way no a Wilberforce and a day Asari and or trust our story way. Now, my first time I met Wilberforce Asari, I was being introduced. Emra oba UK Krumha or neba umiamo up and now. Yemfe non tonche. Let me give you the true story. What has happened to Ken Ofori. You will recall, say, in 2025. Made the picture eba beto abontene when I met Ken Ofori or when I saw Ken Ofori eating at a restaurant here in London. Now made the picture ne beto abontene, I personally contacted the national security in Ghana. And I sent them all the pictures to the national security in Ghana. Of course, the national security in Ghana also Emma Metiasie said me were platform there, but they will give the story also to Kevin Taylor. Also a bigger platform. Now, Kevin Taylor came out to say only who Ken Ofori. That one was not factual. Mena who no took pictures, gave it to national security. National security informed Kevin Taylor to also broadcast the news. Now, one of the things the reason why Ken Ofori eba London ne say ne visa na wukrano. Visa no allow no money stay in America for only 6 months. Now after every 6 months, no, I saw renew. I saw free chronim or no saba chronim obim. Visa na wukrano. It does not allow him to stay in America continuous after every 6 months. Until 6 months biano, he needs to check out and come in again. So what you say? What's now more after 6 months? I saw what the entire what more after 6 months. It's not medium say. Ne visa no ebewu a year a friend is saying December last year. It last year ni no. Me videos be na me now I was telling people say Ken Ofori ne visa ebewu. In fact, Manase Azure de obeka se Ken Ofori-Atta visa be we bia February, but na me nim se visa ne be wu dey December. Now, edi enti na me nim. Edi enti na me wasa information no. Edi etie no simple. I am very close to Ken Ofori-Atta. Very, very close to Ken Ofori-Atta. I will not say it today, but I informed one big man or a national security opinion when I told him. He still didn't get it. There's reason why I get my story when it comes to Ken Ofori-Atta on Tiasi. I am very, very close to him. Oshatadia eye blue a minim. Okoda eya minim baby a wada. Okoda biya minim baby a wada. And I am close to the man. I see him through my telescope, which is not a joke. Now, Ken Ofori-Atta came to UK because at the time, Nana visa babiwu. So he needed to come. Na obeba beninam krum no asako back to USA. And then the mama di hu no restaurant. In fact, oba UK no oko baby bebre me hu ni baby bebre. Edumre bi they went to a funeral. Me hu no ne bamti mo ne niema we yiase. Okay, I saw him and the Kufuor here in the United Kingdom. Remember, I was always telling you Ghanaians that Kufuor after election oba betena UK, oba betena ha meni no na betena kuruma. Me de betunche. Now, this is the news here. Mubekaya and Che, and I'm back at them say, OSP. Yeah, we Ken Ofori-Atta free the Interpol red alert, no. And yet, because of anything, is because he wants Ken Ofori-Atta to leave UK and leave USA and come to UK. Send your best come back to USA. Me catch them. And Ken Ofori-Atta ye ni deem free Interpol red alert, no. Na OSP enim hubi. The office of the special prosecutor no. Omunim hubi pa. So omusi omunim hubi pa. They should come out and tell Ghanaians. Sa omudine two Interpol red alerts. No mo kachere Ghana fo nyina mebwana. Na omu yi ni free sunu so e. What was the explanations omude ma Ghana for? Oma ma explanation papa bia ana mebwa. Look, it's because oye bibia as Ken Ofori-Atta no amane a wobo no obo mani kwesi Akufo-Addo so. Akufo-Addo nso ebo amane mani kwesi eye OSP so. Iti OSP no onim niema koba to and fro onim. Remember so kachere Ghana for say Ken Ofori-Atta free Ghana no onu hu ye. Onim ye. Aden wan bo hu deru. Aden wan kan kire Ghana for. Na ye mu bi ni ankwanko ye demonstration we airport oni an stop no. It's because it is a teamwork. They are working together. Now, the TNE Ken Ofori-Atta na USA. Ne visa no, ne visa no. Oni nkrata wo de betena USA. Nti eso wo free kronim. Now, Minnesota now won yenimu bi no. We have been following him on Minnesota. Enye ne opiabontinio o kwanyo the street of Minnesota yenene ne nam anope wiane anajo. And he had no idea. We were only waiting for the right time to get ICE involved. As soon as we had to alert ICE. Said this is where he is living, this is where he stays. Nevisa will go after him. Because you say the Ghanaian leaders, including this current government, were trying to play with the minds of Ghanaians. So we only needed the ICE to come in. The team in the USA alerted the ICE and they moved in to pick him up. Eti send the lawyers be now abonting bechaka so normal obwa enye normal. Ken Ofori-Atta wanted to overstay. Remember, the lawyer eba UK krumha or free US eba krumha. Why is the lawyer free UK US eba UK krumha? Our betna ho made man interview BBC. Our to abonting or two ne numun go abonting. Do you know why? Ghana ni no we an interview. No, these are people boys are more free Joy FM. Joy FM and BBC in Kenta Hudi a womu di no. And Pempi no politicians esha see. Until they sponsor these journalists to go abroad and then find a year Jumaye. And these are the boys that were being sponsored by these Kufuados when they were in Joy. Some of them were in their friends saying Ghana or Joy FM. And the only person that they needed to speak to was to get somebody onim woman what woma samase na interview ni beko to the Ghanaian audience. So the lawyer had to leave USA, come to UK, and then oba UK no Ghana Joy FM ni and mama BBC no happened to interview him. Now, look, these people are trying to do something to the minds of Ghanaians. Simple tietia. Can Ofori nye na adwene se obeba Ghana. That is why we had to get ICE involved. To let Ghanaians know, say, if really and truly the people in Ghana, if really and truly Mama says, say, every penny, every cedi, every dime, every peso, obeje, ne ya panishi womo boy kronoa, jan ya femu die, eyes acheno. It is up to the Ghanaian ambassador in the United States of America to also tell ICE that this man is also needed in Ghana for corruption and a friend say malpractices. And so ICE must make sure say you be deported Ken Ofori to the motherland. This is the reason why and I me be a video we. Come me a video we. Because me wunu say and same be a me call for catch me free USA and then no say me be a video no. Emma Ghana phone say that's why I want you to share this video. Me pe say Ghana phone wunu say yemu bini we want to fight people who are corrupt. This is the time I do some pempenso way. It is up to this current government to really show Ghanaians say indeed they want to fight corruption, and indeed they mean to ensure say they will extradite Ken Ofori to Ghana. You said they were joking. I said it here that the Attorney General and Co and OSP were joking. That is why I move ye te ya man krata ewu ye pe, and then we informed ICE. And in fact, ICE went in sharp, smart, and they grab him like a friend is saying, Sebiu, ekura. Yes, omuchine say ekura. What you say? Omuchine say de ekura. So I'm saying to the government of Ghana, ICE achino. Now you say you need the man to come to Ghana. This is the time. I must ensure that Ken Ofori will be on the next flight to Ghana. It's as simple as ABC. And we are waiting. So indeed, the John Dramani Mahama government, you know, this is what we can do. The team in America is also working. You remember when he was or what a friend is saying, or the backpack about the criminal, we took the pictures and we brought it out, we show it to people. Everywhere, Oko, we take pictures. It's up to the government of Ghana. If indeed, womo per se, wabakronimwa, womanemra. Aye, Jumano. America phone we wukrum no, Ghana phone wukrum ho, omabuayen. Ambi yekunu baby awo emre nedu yemfa ne mra Ghana no ambassador na wo no ye wo military attaches for mu ye adwuma wo military officers ebi mu ye a friend is saying army officers ebi mu ye air force officers ebi mu ye naval officers me nim de nti America because Akufo-Addo time no wo ye say ye ncheme Akufo-Addo time wo mu ye say British aban encheme. In fact, womo report me my British aban 3 good times. Ewo krom ha. Womo report me no. Womo anu womo ye Elmash. A friend is saying, womo ye a friend is saying Commodores ne nyoma no womo di anim. Womo ye adwuma wo Ghana British embassy at the time. Papa Owusu Ankuma was the Ghana High Commissioner then. 3 good times. And they reported say encheme. All because a friend is saying, Jumano, or because we were speaking the truth, or because I was fighting against the corrupt activities of the MPP government. Akufo-Addo sent British police to me. It affected me in many ways. I'm telling you. And one day, I have told one big man, or Ghana national security, but sometimes when some people come to power, now no mudin community, they feel so yaba power until we don't need you anymore. It's only 4 years. It's only 4 years. And I'm telling NDC, it's only 4 years. If you guys don't know, it's only 4 years. Now, Ken Ofori was supposed to be arrested in 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002. According to the same serious fraud office, and from Uyoko. One more report, Ken Ofori was supposed to be arrested. What you say? Now, Ken Ofori didn't escape jail or prison. Emra Ghana's serious fraud office indicted se oyo kromfo na we wia o man sika abokro no eba ne sen na Ken Ofori ya nto prison ye chi ye Victor Solomon edne koto prison ye de Victor Solomon koto prison. Ken Ofori was supposed to be part of that team ye. But remember, sir, in 2000, there was a change of government. That was when John Ejekun Kufuor became president. And immediately he became president, he made Akufo-Addo the Ghana's Attorney General. I'm showing you where Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo became friends with Bawumia. And later on made Bawumia his vice president. Bawumia then was working for the NDC government. At the time, he was an aide to Ura Kwabena Dufour, Dr. Kwabena Dufour. He was privileged to many information at the Bank of Ghana. At the time, the governor then, Womufri Akunyaso, NDC Free Akunyaso, Rollins time Womufri Akunyaso. Serious fraud office. Find sikadie bini sikewie bini sikanwema nwema boni bi ekoso na Ken Ofori was part of that sikadie no. And into the serious fraud office and from Uyoko no, can say Ken Ofori kwan a ode Ghana afa so abo Ghana krono ewia Ghana no yenchini ntum. Now Akufo-Addo be Attorney General no, ana ne nua no ye Ken Ofori no ode ni si nchen. Ana oye den omo ne Bawumia mo katakata nsem so e di protect Ken Ofori ana omo yi Victor Solomon maaye. Now Victor Solomon ono na nam ne so a sa transaction no a ye bo Ghana krono no ekoso. Nti remember, eye Owura Akufo de bibi a friend of causing financial loss to the state by. Now that causing financial loss to the state no gina so the che Victor Solomon then a prosecute you no money call in sawom. Na enye se Victor Solomon kwa na ese woko. Na ese nko ni Ken Ofori na eko. Na se wo konsundu a na ese nko friend Adam for a friend Kelly Gadjeko no so beka wo bi serious fraud office in Krata ye mu bi ye wono 1999 and I make we. So clearly no Ken Ofori no na on deserve to be Ghana's finance minister. And again and then Mama can say in 2017 August say I am very disappointed what the Ghana opposition political party say omunim say wo mo ankasa yoko share say yenchi Ken Ofori no ma gi Ken Ofori kromfo na tum say wo be Ghana's finance minister. History will repeat itself. And what did history do? Ken Ofori transfer sika from one account to another account o sika na yera. Ken Ofori nyoma wodi di Ghana SML nyoma wodi ye Ghana nya nyoma ketwa.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.